Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name's Asselin. If you have not seen my face before, I upload all the time. I'm trying to go for like the 3 to 4 times a week range. I'm kind of sitting at 3 though, because sometimes 4 can be a little bit too much. So I upload like 3 times a week, and during the school year I upload college vlogs and college-based videos. And this summer I am just kind of like vlogging and also uploading a bunch of other random lifestyle videos. So definitely subscribe if that interests you, or you think it might interest you, or if you like me. But also follow me on Instagram and all my other social media. I feel like Instagram is the most prominent one that everyone talks about, but I have Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest, well, you can't be my friend on Facebook, sorry. That's my one private thing. I have everything linked down below if you guys are interested and want to check any of that out. So definitely do that. It's always linked in the description. Today I am doing a very different video. I have never done one of these before, and oddly enough, it's one of my most requested videos, which I find kind of strange. I'm gonna be doing a what's on my iPhone, and this is like literally so old school YouTube. Like, I feel like nobody does these anymore, but so many of you guys like persistently ask me to do it. So I'm gonna do it, and I'm also gonna be showing you guys how I edit my Instagram pictures, because it's super simple. I'm just gonna go through and show you guys that, tell you guys about the phone I have, give you a little brief review on it. Let's just go ahead and get started. I have the iPhone XR. I am so proud of this phone. I love this phone so much. Normally my dad like leases our phones like on a 2-year contract or whatever, so normally I can only upgrade like every 2 years. But thanks to you guys and making an income off YouTube, I told him around Christmas time is when my upgrade was, and I had a 7 before, I had a 7 before this. And I told him that I would, you know, like buy my phone outright, and he said he would contribute a little bit to it just for like my Christmas present, but I paid for like 80% of it. So yeah, I got this with my own money, so I love it so much. So I'm just really proud of it, because it's like, this is my phone. The R is like for the retina display of the phone. I did not want to spend the money on the XS or the XS Max, because they are like the cost of getting like the base level desktop computer from Apple. So no. So this is one that made the most sense, because everything seemed like pretty comparable. I actually also read that the battery life on the XR is better. The battery life on this is absolutely incredible. Now during the summer, since I'm on my phone a lot more, which I don't like, but I like edit my thumbnails on my phone, I do a lot on my phone. My phone is dying a lot faster now than it did during the school year, but during the school year when I had this, I did not have to charge my phone throughout the day, and my phone used to literally die when I was on campus when I had the 7. So I do love the battery life of this, but like every other phone, they do eventually not work as well. I love the camera on this. It takes really good pictures. I really enjoy how large the screen is, how it takes up the whole phone. I think one of my favorite features, not having the home button, I completely forgot that I didn't have one for a second. I do know that that's really hard for some people to get used to. It was really hard for me to get used to, but once you're used to it, you don't even think about it. But I think my favorite thing is how you can just like slide on the bottom between apps, and then like you just kind of like do the little drag up thing to kill them, and then like the top right brings down your control screen, and top left brings down like your notifications, so which I need to clear very badly. I don't want to go into detail because this isn't an iPhone review, but I do love the iPhone XR. I think these retail for around $800. Let me check, because I don't want to be that far off. Honestly, it's a really good deal for the phone you're getting, because you're getting like one of the newest models for under $1,000, which I hate saying that it's a good price for it being under $1,000, because a phone should not be $1,000 in my opinion. Yeah, they retail for $749 on Apple, and yeah, I just think it's a great deal. And they come in a bunch of colors too, but I just got black because I've had rose gold for like my other phones in the past, and I just thought the black would look very sleek, since like everything up here is also black, and it would just like make it look like one big screen instead of there being a color up here if I were to get a color. My phone case is from Wildflower, and I got this case. It was out of stock, and then it came back in stock in like March, so I ordered it once it came back in stock. And the first day I had it, the little silver wildflower emblem fell off. This is like a velvet case, and so then I emailed their customer service and told them about that. I was like, look, I literally just bought this and it came off, and I sent a picture of it and everything, and they sent me a new one, but the same exact thing happened. So if you get this case, I will have it linked down below. Just know that this is gonna fall off and you can't get mad about it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get a new case kind of soon, but I do really like this one. I feel like it holds up very well. It has protected my phone pretty well, I feel like. The only thing I don't like is that my velvet's getting kind of like gross right here where like I touch it a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my little screen recording, but overall the iPhone XR I think is a really good option if you're not wanting to break the bank on like the XS or XS Max. I think the XS Max is like way too big for me because then you're pretty much gonna be on an iPad. I love the size of this phone because I came from just a regular 7. I didn't have the 7 Plus, so this was an upgrade enough for me. But if you're used to having like a Plus and you want something even bigger than a Plus, then you probably won't like the size of this. So everyone and their mother asked me, I keep wanting to show my phone to you guys, but I keep forgetting that I'm doing a screen recording. Everyone and their mother asked me about my background. I do plan on making a video sometime this summer about how I make my phone backgrounds and how I make my laptop one, because my laptop one is kind of similar. It took me literally like 8 hours, you guys, so unless you want to put that time in, yeah, and it costs, like, I use it on my PicMonkey subscription. I'm gonna try and figure out a free way to do it for you guys because I did mine with my PicMonkey subscription, so I don't want you guys to have to pay $40 just to do that aspect of it. But yeah, my phone background's just basically a bunch. I really need to update it because it's very old. Like, my hair is long in all of these, and all these pictures are from the fall and last summer, and it's literally like a year later now. But it's basically just a bunch of different like little quotes and pictures and just all kinds of stuff going on. So that's my lock screen, and I have to restart my screen recording because every time the phone locks, it stops. Okay, so I don't like having my apps everywhere. That's just my personal preference, just because I don't know. I don't like having them everywhere because it kind of makes me feel like I'm not organized. So I have my things organized into folders on these 2 screens, as you guys can see. And my messages are separate because I don't want to have to like click on a folder and then go to my messages. So that's what's in my top left. And then on my bottom screen, I just have the phone, my mail. I check my mail all the time, so I have to have that down there. Spotify, I listen to music and podcasts all the time, so that's down there. And then I have the clock just for like setting alarms and stuff, but honestly I don't even use that for my alarm clock that much, so I should probably change that. But it's just been that way for a very long time and it has not changed. My phone background is just for my 21st birthday of me and my boyfriend, so, or it was our 21st birthday celebration, I guess I should say. I should probably stop being selfish in saying that, but yeah, so that's like the overview, I guess you could say. So I'm just gonna go left to right, and I don't know, I really have not looked through a lot of these apps in a long time, so we're probably gonna come across some surprises. So yeah, I've got my messages, and then in this one right here, it's called Daily. I have a bunch in here. It's just kind of like things that I really don't use all of these things daily, but it's things that I'm constantly having to go to. So I have like my notes because I'm constantly making like grocery lists on my notes. I'm constantly, like if I have a video idea come in my head, 5-minute journal, which 5-minute journal is an actual journal, physical journal that I have. But my brother got me the journal and bought the app for me for Christmas one year. So I have that because anytime I like travel and don't want to bring my physical 5-minute journal with me, I can do it on the app. And it's basically just like a gratitude journal that you do in the morning and night. And then Sleep Cycle is a really great app for setting your alarm. Basically you set like a 30-minute time frame for when you want to go or when you want to wake up, not when you want to go to sleep. And there's a gnat. Oh. And you set a 30-minute time frame for like when you want to wake up. So if I wanted to wake up at 7, I would set my alarm for 6:30 to 7 a.m. and it wakes me up in my lightest sleep. Google Calendar I use for planning. I put all of my like appointments, meetings, literally everything, my classes, whenever I'm in school, everything goes in my Google Calendar. Let's just like take a quick look at it. So obviously not very busy right now. Yeah, this is like basically this past semester in like April and March. I mean, pretty crazy stuff. I was pretty busy. And then I have my settings, always going to my settings and doing random stuff. I have 3 bank apps. One of them I'm gonna have blurred out because I think it gives away where I'm from. And then I have like USAA. Every dollar is the budgeting app I use. And I just got a credit card, yay, adulting. My first credit card, I got the Discover credit card just because of all the like great cashback rewards and student rewards and stuff. So I just got that. I have the activity thing for my Apple Watch. I have the Apple Watch Series 3 42mm with GPS only in black, if you guys are wondering, and my watch band is from Etsy. I always get questions on those, so there you go. And then MindBody is what you can use to like book classes. Like I used to go to the Barcode in Tuscaloosa all the time, and you can like book your classes in there. I have the Bible and the watch app. I have Audible, which I love listening to books like whenever I'm either driving, showering, trying to do things, whatever. And then I have this 30-day fitness app, which is really good. Like if I just need a workout and I just like can't think of anything to do with like free weight stuff. And I actually did a sponsored video with them, and I do really like their app. And then this next one, I just have like the camera emoji and the video camcorder emoji. I have Apple TV for my Apple TV back at school, my photos, camera, Visco. Visco is like, all you guys know what that is, I'm sure. You can just edit pictures and post pictures on there. It's basically an Instagram without like obvious captions, pretty much. And then preview is kind of like, you can upload pictures onto there and it'll show your Instagram feed. And like mine's not updated, so I like try to have a theme, but I definitely don't. I use the same, I've been using the same filter for like 10, 12, like 13 pictures now maybe, just to try and make them look the same, but they never do. So yeah, that's preview. I use it sometimes, not that often though. I have Parabo Press, which Parabo Press, if you guys have been watching my vlogs and everything, the little square prints I have in my bedroom at my apartment in Tuscaloosa that have the white outline, as you can see on this app, I get them from there. You can order 25 square prints for free on Parabo Press, like you don't pay for them at all, and all you do is pay for shipping. So it's a really cool deal, and you get 25 square little prints that all look the same. I've been using that since I was a senior in high school. And then Huji is like a weird camera thing. This was like really popular this past fall, and in college, like everyone was editing their pictures with Huji, and it basically just gives this like really oversaturated, like blurry kind of weird aesthetic type thing going on. I don't know, I haven't used it in a long time. Lightroom is everything. Oh my gosh, I love Lightroom so much. That's how I edit my pictures. I'm gonna get to that in a second. And then I have Sketchbook, which I actually recently started using to edit my thumbnails, because I can like draw on my thumbnails, and I like doing that more than like the text and the typing. I don't know, it just makes me feel a little bit more creative, and I like doing it a little bit more since I have more time right now on my hands this summer. So that's why I use that. And I just found it in the app store when I was like, I don't remember what I searched, but I found it, and then once I played around with it, I like looked it up on YouTube, and I found some YouTubers who use it, so then I just watched how they used it. And then I have Unfold, and Unfold is what I use for my Instagram stories to like, I don't have like any premium version of it or anything, but as you can see, like this Instagram story I made on Unfold, and a lot of you guys asked me how I made it. If I want to like showcase 2 pictures in one Instagram story, that's what I use pretty much. So there's the camera and photography thing. This next one has a moon and a little thought cloud for the title. I did that when I was in like high school. I don't know why. I think I titled it that because I like would stay up late at night on social media or whatever. I don't know what my intentions were. I have Pinterest, love Pinterest, follow me on Pinterest. I spend a lot of time on there. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Weather Channel. Don't know why the Weather Channel's on social media, but that's how I classify it. Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr. I've had a Tumblr since I was in 7th grade. So I'm an OG Tumblr girl. And Safari, if I need to look stuff up. GroupMe, which is like basically an app for group messages. It's really popular in college, like for fraternities, sororities. For my business fraternity, I have one, and then like clubs, we have them. So, and then YouTube Studio is really great. I feel like not a lot of people use it that are on YouTube, but you can like go on here, and if I need to edit something in my description, like sometimes a link won't be clickable for a sponsored video and I have to go and change it really fast. It's the fastest to go on here and edit my description on here. And I can like look at my analytics. I can go on here and respond to comments a lot easier. So I really like that app. I'd like to know it, but I've honestly used it like once. Magic Links is the affiliate link service that I use, and then Facebook Messenger, which I didn't have downloaded on my phone for the longest time, but then I got it because my family has a group message on Facebook for some reason. Next up we have Tunes. I don't have Spotify in here because I use it all the time, so that's why it's on my bottom one. I just have SoundCloud, Pandora, and Amazon Alexa. Honestly, I've not clicked on any of these apps in a very, 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 very long time. And then this next one is just a bunch of money signs because it's spending money. Yay, we love that. Yelp. I am a Yelp queen. I am the Yelp queen. I love Yelp. I do not go to a single restaurant without looking it up on Yelp. I am someone that has to know all my options before I go somewhere, so I like to look at menus before I go places to eat for the first time. I like to look up places to eat whenever I visit new places. It's how I find really cool places, and it's how I pretty much like plan trips that I go on. So I love Yelp, can't recommend it enough. I have the Target app. I use Cartwheel for like the coupons and everything, and then also just like if I need to see if something's in stock at Target before I go there and try and find it. I can use the Target app, the Lululemon app. I need to delete Dote right now, actually. Sorry. I should have deleted that a long time ago, but I just haven't looked. Urban Outfitters app, Amazon, Poshmark, Ulta, Trulia. Fun fact about me, one of my favorite pastimes when I'm bored is looking at houses for sale, like in my hometown or in like Houston or something, like places I've been and lived, and I don't know why, it's just like one of my favorite things to do. And then I have the Publix app, which I can order like pub subs on. Love pub subs. Gosh, I want one really bad now. I have the Wayfair app, H&M, Drop. Drop is like a cashback rewards thing, and so is Dosh. And then Zelle, I literally only have Zelle because one of my grandmas sent me birthday money through Zelle. So, and then Airbnb. So those are my little like money spending apps. And then this next one is food. I don't keep all of these in here year round. Waiter, Uber Eats, Joy Run, and Crimson to Go are all Tuscaloosa food delivery services. I know Uber Eats, Waiter, and Joy Run are also other places, but Crimson to Go is exclusive to Tuscaloosa. I don't use these too often. I always use the Chick-fil-A app because you get rewards and free stuff like all the time, so I love that. I have the Starbucks app, but I actually don't use the Starbucks app because I don't really like Starbucks, and when I do get Starbucks, it's when I have my at card at school and I'm not really paying my money for it. So I only have that because of last summer in Houston, and I use it a few times. Hooked is like a food discount app. Well, it's not working right now. Anyways, Hooks basically just has like a bunch of like exclusive deals to the app for food places, and there's always some for Tuscaloosa on there. Like for example, certain locations of like, say Starbucks would be like, oh, like $1.50 for a bagel and coffee or something. So there's just deals on there, and I used to use it all the time my freshman year. I have the Zoe's Kitchen app because I love Zoe's, and then Nespresso because I order my Nespresso pods through Nespresso usually. And then I have HelloFresh and Postmates. Postmates I've been using all the time. I used the code EAT19 and got $100 of free delivery. And I use that, I say I use it all the time, but I've used it like 4 times since I've been in Dallas, which is a lot because I've only been here for like a month. So yeah. But yeah, food delivery is great, but don't use it too much because it is a money pit. I honestly only use it if I have like codes for free delivery. I hardly ever pay delivery for stuff. And then the next one is just called College. I have this e-accounts thing where I can like transfer money to my ACT card on my Bama Cash. I'm not even gonna go into explaining that, but it's basically Alabama's like system of like cash where your parents or you can like put money on your card and you can use it at certain places. I don't know. And then I have like the Alabama app, which just has like, what even does this have on it? Like it has a map of the campus. So I remember my freshman year, I did use this when I was trying to find my buildings and stuff. And then I used it for laundry when I was in the dorms. So yeah. And then Rider, which is like a bus app for Alabama. They kind of like show you the routes and like what buses are running at the time, like where you're at, how long it is until they get there, that kind of deal. I have LinkedIn, of course, Handshake, which I'm like required to have at Alabama. Like they really press that on us, and it's basically LinkedIn. I hate it. And then there's Google Docs. Coursicle is like where you can track classes. Like you can add a class, for example, like this one, and you can track it. And then as soon as a seat opens up, it'll notify you, and then you can go like register for it and get that seat. So that's kind of cool. And then Blackboard, which is what my school uses for like grades and everything. Quizlet, I love Quizlet. I've been using it since I was in middle school. Literally, I've had the same Quizlet since I was in middle school. Like, let me go all the way back. May 2012. It is 2019. And this vocabulary was from my 8th grade English class. Yeah, my 8th grade English class. So, and then Duo Mobile, which is just like a 2-factor authentication thing. And then I have Random, which is all random stuff. Find My iPhone, My Fitness Pal. My Fitness Pal is amazing for tracking what you eat. And I used it all the time when I was in high school. Whenever I had a trainer, he like really encouraged us to use that. If we were like wanting to like get more in shape or whatever, and I just did it because it made me like feel good about myself. And I don't use it anymore, but I just still have it on here. This Camera Connect thing is just like the Wi-Fi app that allows me to send pictures from my G7X to my phone. Southwest, Delta, FaceTime, Contacts, American, Headspace for like meditation, which I actually don't use. Like I have it, but I don't use it. So I need to, because I've actually been wanting to try it out. And then etc. is just Maps, Google Maps, Calendar, App Store, Reminders, Uber, Find Friends. You guys know what all these are, I'm sure. Venmo, Calculator, News, Google. Oh my god, I have a baseball game on here. Have any of you guys played Tap Baseball before? Let me know. We played it all the time when I was a senior in high school. Like all of us would play with like the guys and everything, and that was just, we would always play it during school. I remember, like, oh my gosh. And I remember Griffin used to play this like last summer, so that's probably why I have it. I probably reinstalled it to play with Griffin. I just haven't deleted it. I don't have any games on my phone besides that. And then I have Waze, which I've actually never used before, but I just heard about it, so I downloaded it and I haven't done anything. And then Actions is like a to-do list thing, but I've only used it a few times this summer. And then this one just has a cowboy hat emoji. I use it at the most inappropriate and random times. That emoji, not the folder of apps. And it just has books, iTunes Store, wallet. I don't use Apple Pay because my debit card, the bank I have, isn't like set up with Apple Pay or whatever. And I don't use a podcast app. I listen to all my stuff on Spotify. Files, stocks, voice memos, weather, home, gift keyboard, Bitmoji, health, Life 360. Life 360 my parents used to like track us or whatever whenever I was in high school, and now we have Find Friends, so it's kind of pointless. But I just keep it anyways because I think there's other stuff it's used for. House Party. I have not seen that in a minute. I've had this since high school. We're deleting it right now because I don't know why. That was group FaceTime before group FaceTime existed. And if you're not too old for that, young for that, if you're too young for that, then you wouldn't know what it is. But House Party I used, I think, like my junior and senior year of high school is when it came out, and we would use it for group FaceTime. But now it's pointless because like Snapchat has group FaceTime, so does FaceTime. So that's everything on my phone. Yay. Okay, now also how I edit my pictures. I will show you guys my VSCO. So the filters I do like on VSCO, I accidentally bought the full packet and of like pictures or whatever they're called. What is it called? I bought the full packet of filters and I didn't mean to, but now I have them all and whatever, there's no going back. So the ones I like a lot are, the only ones I really have ever used that often are Dog 3, A6, and then 05 and 06, and those are my favorite, but I don't use those for Instagram. I do post on my VSCO though, if you ever want to see stuff on there. And then how I actually edit my pictures though, I go on Lightroom, and pretty much like what I did, let me find a good picture. Let's use this picture of food. Okay. So Lightroom's really great. I know how to work Lightroom a little bit like on the computer from high school when I took AP photography, but on the phone it's different. So Lightroom's really great because you have a lot more flexibility and you can like go through and edit like a lot more in detail. Oops, I did not mean to auto do that. You can edit in a lot more detail, and it takes some getting used to on the phone for sure, but you can really adjust like everything. I love that you can adjust the whites and the blacks in the pictures. It makes a huge difference. Like look. So that just like really brightened up all the white in the picture, and now it like really darkened it. And then the blacks, same thing, darken or lighten the blacks. But you can get presets on Etsy and you can try those. And some of these I've bought off Etsy. I think I've bought like 4 of these off Etsy, and then some of them I altered. Like I would like click on them and then I would like change a bunch of stuff that I didn't like about them, and then I would make my own preset, which is really easy. You just like here, let me show you guys how to do it. So let's just say I'm literally gonna do a bunch of random crap. I don't even care right now. So let's just say I wanted to edit my picture, like I'm literally pressing random stuff, like this. And okay, say I wanted to edit like it like this. I could like save those edits or whatever on the picture, and then click on the 3 little dots and then click on create preset, and then you just title it, and it basically makes a preset for all of those settings you did, so you don't have to go in and do all of that every time you go and edit a picture. But what I found is I got a few presets from Etsy, and then I realized I didn't like them like at all, and I found one that I liked, and then I adjusted it, and it's this one right here called Classic, and it's how I do my pictures on Instagram. I don't know what it is, but I just really like this filter. And then I also, for my Instagram stories, tend to use Snow a lot, which is this one. It's just like a little bit bright, but also like toned down. I don't know how to explain it. This game day one I did make myself. So I made this one during football season because I found that like this particular edit looked really good in the stadium, and I just kind of used it anytime I was like outdoors and like at the football game. And then like this coffee one, I bought it and I freaking hate it. Like I've never used it. I'm gonna delete it. And then yeah, I just use this classic one. And basically this classic one, I'll just show you guys, like if you don't want to buy it, it's just got sharpening, which I actually normally end up like reducing the sharpening because that makes people look weird. And then I increase the clarity whenever I adjust it usually. And then sometimes I'll warm it up because it's on -2 temperature, but it still looks warm for some reason because the saturation's down and everything. And then yeah, that's pretty much the breakdown of it. But let me try to find the name of it that I got. So that preset that I just showed you guys how I edit my pictures is from Editing Studio, and the girl's name is Daria, and it is the mobile Lightroom preset called Lifestyle. So, and then you just follow the instructions whenever they send it to you when you buy it, and it's like $5. So, but I've used it to edit a lot of pictures, and I really like that preset, so that's how I edit my pictures. I know that's not like some detailed, like first you do this, then you do that, and then you save it, and then you, yeah. So sorry it's not like that, but that's just like the truth. I literally just go on Lightroom, I click on that little preset, and then I adjust it. Obviously it's not gonna look the same on every picture, so you have to adjust it a little bit. And that is my little iPhone XR review, and how I edit my iPhone, how I edit my pictures on my iPhone, and then how I kind of like arrange things on my phone and what my phone is composed of. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry it was so long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Be sure to follow me on social media and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if I have an app that you think I'm like if you have an app that you think I'm really missing out on by not having, let me know what it is down below and what it does. Maybe I'll check it out and download. Love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.